Let's talk about the solutions for part two. Um, we had bunch of examples there, and I'm hoping that we all did all right. And then we are going to express 1, 2, 3, base 5, okay, into base 10. We are going to use the pieces. Let's look up the pieces. I have here 3 units right there. I draw pretty bad. As soon as I realize I draw bad, drew. I actually copied and pasted for the next following pictures. And then I have 2 longs. Okay, I have 2 longs, and I have 1 flat. This is the visual expression. If I do it using place value expanding notation, I have 125, 1 times 25. I have 2 longs plus 2 times 5, and then I have 3, 1. So when I write 1, 2, 3 base 5 in the base 10 form, I'm going to get 38. Let's look at this question now. This one is really fun one for me. We did this similarly. I'm pretty sure you enjoyed that one too, because we just did this similar fun. What comes after 24, right? What comes, we just edit 1, but this one is a little bit more trickier. When we look at the table, because the structure of the base system you grew up with, counting follows the same rules. The table below shows the beginning of new system. If you find yourself struggling, make your own set of manipulatives. I said here provided figure 2.34. This is just from the previous pages what we did. You just have to look at those figures, okay? Previous video. And representing each number manipulatively. 1 single, 2 singles, 3 singles, 4 singles. You can also cut papers. No, I have my system here. The question is asking what comes after 44. But don't forget, this is base 5, okay? First of all, counting simply means adding 1 each time, right? So the next number after 44 is, it comes 1 more unit. We are talking about base 5, guys. In this base, a place is full after 4. So when I look at it visually, how am I going to tackle that problem? I have 1, 2, 3, 4 long, and then here I'm looking at and we move the 5 months into the next place, because we can trade 5 singles. If I have 5 single units, then that will make a long. But however, the longs place is also full. Once we get 1 more long, that's we trade we are regrouping. We are continuously regrouping. I know 5 singles will be 1 long. I know 5 long is going to be 1 flat. And when that happens, then I have, okay, I'm going to have 1 flat. What comes 40 after 44? 4, 4, 5. Okay, I almost said 44, which is a wrong way of saying it. I should have just said 4, 4 base 5. So as you see, when I started teaching, I get really hyped up, and then I just say 44, which is wrong. Okay, we are just going to say 4, 4 base 5. So which means, I just have 1 flat. We are just adding here. In here I have 1 single. If I add 1 single, then I'm going to have 5 longs. But if I have 5 longs, I'm going to have 1 flat. So my answer will be 1 flat, 0 long, and 0 units, base 5. What comes after 44 is going to be 100 base 5. Okay. And then let's look at this question here. If I can make my screen a little bigger, can I make my screen a little bigger? No, it doesn't work out. One way to assess your understanding of this new base is to figure out what numbers come after 2, 4, 5 again. 2, 4, 5 base 5. 2, 3, 4. I'm so sorry. 2, 3, 4 base 5. When we visualize this, good luck seeing this visualization. But those files are on our modules, so you can always make it bigger and then see it. So I'm gonna look at it. Okay, I have here 4 units, 3 longs and 2 flats, right? 2 flats, 3 longs, 4 singles, single units, and 1 more single. If I'm adding 1 more single, thus we now have 2 flats and 4 longs and 0 single. That is it. What comes after 2, 3, 4 base 5? It's going to come 2, 4, 0 base 5. And then we can keep going. It's going to be hard to understand that at the beginning when you are just approaching these questions right now, but you have to understand that's what how your students are going to feel. This is the whole point of learning base 4, but not whole point, because you do teach a lot of regrouping and everything in the elementary school, first grade, second grade. I remember I was I think about 3 decades ago, no, 2.5 decades ago, I was teaching the second grade. I remember even in Turkey back then, that was a long time ago, education changed a lot. We were regrouping a lot when I was volunteering in my children's classroom, kindergarten, first grade, second grade. As a parent, you volunteer a lot. And I remember doing a lot of regrouping. And now let's look at it, what comes before 2105. I know here I'm just focusing on the base 5. If we can get the one base down, it's going to be so easy to learn the other bases, because we are going to do multiplication, subtraction, addition. I have 0 single units here. I have 1 long and 2 flats. Okay, you can see this by trading, regrouping again the long into 5 singles and taking 1 single away, so that we now have 2 flats, 0 longs and 4 singles. So those questions, as I said, it's just you have to go through the problems and then use the manipulatives. Manipulatives, what I mean, you can draw flats on a grid paper. If you don't have a grid paper, draw something. As you seen in the first question, I try to draw, even though it looks crooked, but I think if you have a grid paper, it will be easier. And then here now, converting from base 10 to base 5. I said for part B, I give you guys heads up over there. Let me make the screen a little bigger. Does it make, it doesn't make bigger while I'm filming. Okay, never mind. When we look at it here right now, I am gonna write 97 in base 5 and 4. 97 is my base 10. I'm gonna go, how many 25s are in 97? I know it's 3, because 3 times 25 is gonna be 75. Then how many 5s, how many remainder do I have? I have 22 remaining units, right? Some of them are long, some of them are units, single units. And how many 5s, single 5s, goes into 22? As a remainder, there are 4. Since 4 times 5 is 20, then how many remainder do I have? 4 times 20, 22 minus 20 is going to be 2, right? Therefore, I'm going to have 3 times 25, 4 times 5, and plus 1. That means I'm going to have 1 times 2. Guys, I am forgetting here 2. 1 times 2. There should be 2 here. See, when I write fast, I just make mistakes sometimes. So I know 2 single units, and I have 4 longs and 3 flats. This is how I write 97 in base 10 number in the base 5 number. Those are equal to each other. Now let's look at this. How did we do? Let me move this again. How did we do with the other number? What was the other number? Let's look at the other number, 341. I am doing the long division. That's more systematically. I'm going to go take the 341 and I'm going to go, okay, I know 125 goes in this. Why am I choosing 125? Because 5 to the 3rd power, we are working on a base, right? 5 to the 0 power, 5 to the 1st power, 5 to the 2nd power. I know 125 is going to go into 341 2 times. 2 times 125 is 250. Then I am going to have 91 remaining. Okay, I'm going to go here. Does 125 goes into 91? No. Then I'm going to go to next power, lower power. 25 goes into 91 3 times. And then 3 times 25, guys, if you are not clear with the long division, if you don't remember, please go look up Math is Fun, long division. They have very detailed, easy, but you can search Khan Academy. Please get used to that long division, because it's going to be miserable if you don't know your long division and base 10 system. So 3 times 25, 75. Then I'm going to have remainder. I'm doing minus here. I'm going to have remainder 16. Now 25 doesn't go into 16. Then I'm going to go to my next lower power. Does 15 goes into 16? Yes, it does. 3 times 5, 15. And I have one remainder here. Therefore, when I try to write the number 321 and base 10 number into the base 10, base 5, oh, why this doesn't come out? Doesn't matter. So I can rewrite that. Where do I get those numbers? I know 2 times from here, 2 times 25. I know 3 times 25. I know 3 times 5, and plus 1 is going to give me my base 5 number. So I'm going to write 1 here, 1 unit, and then 3 longs. Sorry, 3, not 3 longs, 1 singles, 3 longs. I had to think seriously, what am I saying? And then 3 flats, and then 1 cube. So the way that I write that in 5, I'm going to take 1, 3, the coefficients kinda 3 and 2. I have to write 2, 3, 3 of 1 base 5. More simply, we can just write that. I can move this. The way that I can move, actually, I have to go out of the system again. Express the following numbers in base 10. So I have the whole thing written out. I'm trying, that's the way you can see here. Whole thing is written out here. If I have just, you are gonna do your long division, and then I'm gonna look at it. I'm converting those things right now, okay, into base 2. So we can connect this part just from our last Wednesday class. What did we say? We are starting all the way from the right. 2 to the 0 power is 1, right? And then 2 to the 1 power, first power is gonna be what? 1. And then here I'm gonna go, I have 0 here. That's gonna be 0, 1, 2. 2 to the second power is 0. 2 to the third power is 1. 2 to the fourth power. That means, guys, let's look up here. I have written down here another way. So it's going to be 2 to the fourth power, 1 times 2 to the fourth power, 1 times 2 to the third power. I'm getting those 1, 1, 0, 1, 1 from here. And then I am also getting my powers from here. Last week we learned we are starting all the way from the right. 2 to the 0 power. Why 2? Because this is base 2. 2 to the 0 power, 2 to the first power, 2 to the third power, 2 to the fourth power, 2 to the third power, 0, 1, 2, 3, and fourth power. So I skip 1 power there. And then when I multiply all of them, writing 11011 base 2 will be equal to 27 base 10. So it's 13 minutes right now. We are following to same system here, okay? And then 1 2 3 8 4 1 2 3. No, let me see. I can't even see that far right now because it's pretty small on my screen. 1 1 2 3 4 base 8. It's same thing again. Okay, just start all the way. We are talking about 8, and then we are just gonna go. I'm looking at here. 1 2 3. There is one extra one that shouldn't be here. Yeah, that's extra one. And then I'm gonna erase that, and then you, since you are watching, erase that too. We are gonna go 0 1 2 and third power. And please scratch off that 1 if you are going to print that. And then in the 12, it's a little bit different because we have right now note. I put a note here. Base 12 has 12 basic numerals, 0 through 9. T for 10, E for 11, okay? And then that's how it works. I wanted you guys read that. And then base 16 is the same way. It's already 14 minutes. I'm gonna cut up with 15 minutes. It's too long to focus after 15 minutes. And then I also have here base 10, how we define base 10. All of the explanations are in the solutions.